Good morning. Want to have a cup of coffee with me? That's dark roast with a little splash of cream. Yum, yum. So this morning, I woke up. If you follow my blog at all, you will know that I'm at crossroads right now. My almost 33-year marriage has ended, and I'm 57. I'm looking at, okay, how do I want to move forward with my life? And the first instinct is to protect. It's to get very small. It's to get conservative. It's to now this is good. I'm not dissing this at all. It's very important. But when we get used to living in that space, that's when we shut down and it's time for some Prozac, baby, right? Can you relate to this at all? So I have been musing today. My journal. What is responsibility? What is the one wild and precious life, as Mary Oliver put it? And so here are the few characteristics. And I'm not saying that either one of these are bad or good. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. So what does responsible look like? Well, you probably know, because we are well trained by our culture, by our society, by our religion. You need to be responsible. And if you're in a faith community, you need to tithe too, right? You pay your bills. You get a good job. You save for the future. Never mind that we have forgotten that this is really an artifact of the industrialist era. But again, that's another commentary entirely. What else does responsibility look like? Responsibility says you need to watch out for yourself, and you better watch out for others. It has a place of responsibility. All of this is driven by fear, by the way. Responsibility is, again, not dissing it, but there's a lot of fear that drives our responsibility. Oh, what were some of my other thoughts? Well, life is tough. You got to do what you got to do. The world is a dangerous place. People are on the take. What will I lose? I got to hang on to things. It's worry driven. It's heart led or head led, because you have to think about things. You need to be informed all the time. Get jacked up on the media. That's part of being responsible in today's culture. Be informed, be suspicious, watch out for yourself, take care of the bills first. Responsible says this better work. It's very practical, and I'm a very practical woman, so I've really loved the responsibility script. Obedience. Trust leadership. Trust your church patriarchy. Trust your husband. Trust your marriage. Trust these roles that we have been given. And, when you get older, you realize this works until it doesn't work. And a certain amount of this is necessary to get through the stages of life. We do need to have a roof over our head. If you're raising kids, you need to have a place of safe shelter for them. What does the one wild and precious life look like? Well, I was having fun with that list. This looks like trust. It looks like play. It looks like what can I gain instead of what can I lose? It looks like curiosity, freedom to love, because self-preoccupation isn't at the foremost of your mind. The one wild and precious life says life is a gift. It's an opportunity to explore and to laugh and to be joyous. It's an opportunities abound. The world is a generous place. And I think nature shows this just by how it propagates more seed and more plants and more life. One wild and precious life is full of love. It's heart-led. It's looking for connection. It says design your life. It says step into your life and take ownership of it. This side also says this might not work, but it's okay, because it knows that certainty is a myth. All we have is mystery, people. That's really where it is. We look for the security, but the reality is there is no certainty. There is no guarantees of how we're going to get through this life. And finally, this isn't finally, there's just so much here to think about, to sit with rather, because Overthinkers Anonymous here. Trusting yourself. When we have placed the locus of control, the locus of trust out to other people, be it your partner, be it a religious institution, be it your boss, the corporation, you have lost your freedom, and we need to learn how to trust ourselves again. So as I was musing on this, I realized this is not an either or proposition that I'm talking about. You either have a responsible life or you are this reckless hippie. It's not an either or. And that's one of the first things to be aware of, that there is this tension in life where it's not either or, it's both and. It's I don't know, and being okay with the not knowing. It's okay with learning to sit with your feelings and to recognize the fear and to sit with that. And, some people have wondered, so I wear this little wooden cross here, and it's not because I'm religious per se. I wear it because it's a reminder to me that at these seemingly extremes, there's a tension between there, and there's suffering. It's a liminal space. Responsible? One wild and precious life. Great love, great suffering. It's all part of the deal. And until we learn to live in that tension and accept the discomfort of it, we're going to continue scrambling. We're going to continue not sleeping well. We're going to continue with our relationships being injured because of we're passing on our pain to others. So anyway, I hope this makes sense to you. I don't know what kind of a liminal space that you are in right now. If I could encourage you, this is a moment of decision. This is where you can decide that you're going to allow what you're going through to either transform you into a more loving, wholehearted person, one who is willing to explore what does my one wild and precious life look like? Or it's an opportunity to button down even more, to get more responsible, to try to control more. And you know what, that is going to have a shelf life, because you get to the point of doing that where a health issue comes up, or in my instance, a relationship ends. So I invite you to sit with that, to be comfortable with it. Oh, okay, I lied. It's not comfortable. It is not comfortable. But what is the alternative? How do you want to live your life? Why were you put on this planet? What is the purpose that you're here on this earth for? These are the questions that I'm exploring right now, and I hope that you are exploring them as well. So anyway, many blessings to you. I love you guys, and I'll catch you next time.